What's up everybody? Welcome back to another round of demo. For this place, we've already gone ahead and got all of the drywall off of the ceiling, so we're moving on to the next part of this project, which is going to be pulling up the flooring. They've got a laminate over here in this kitchen going into the back entry area and then carpet throughout the rest of the house. I need to go ahead and pull the rest of the baseboard off of the walls. That'll just make it easier for when we go through and start scraping up the floors. Before we go ahead and get into it, if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can follow along with this project. So with that, let's go ahead and get into it. Pulling baseboard is super easy to do. All I use is a pry bar and a hammer. And if you have caulking on the baseboard, make sure you bust out your utility knife and cut that away. Otherwise, you'll end up peeling back parts of the drywall and potentially damaging it. Anytime that we do new flooring in a house, I always recommend that we replace the baseboard and the casing around all the windows. The reason being is that when you go ahead and pull out your trim, you have all these nails. So if you try to save this baseboard, let's say I didn't destroy this piece right here, you'd spend a ton of time punching out all the nails. Yes, you can do it, but they don't always come out cleanly. And then you're also left with all the nail holes from where the previous nails were. You can put in a patching compound, but it's gonna ruin the finish of the product. So anytime you do flooring, it's just best to go ahead and replace the baseboard. All right, I've got the baseboard and casing all pulled for this side of the house over here. To make this a lot faster, I'm going to be using this floor scraper. If you have a floating or glued down floor, this makes it 10 times faster and you don't have to bend over the whole entire time. You can just run this underneath and it pops everything right up. Super simple, really nice to use. As I go through and remove the floors, I personally like to separate the planks and stack them and put them in piles. It just makes it a lot easier and a lot cleaner as I'm moving through a room. You can bunch it all up in one corner and do it that way, but as you see here, I'm just going through and creating little piles. And then once it gets a little bit too crowded, I go and get rid of them. I've got the flooring all pulled up over on this side of the house, so now we are moving over to the other half. First things first, I need to go ahead and get this fridge out of the way. We'll just go ahead, stick it over on the other half, and then we can start pulling up some carpet. Pulling up the carpet's not too hard. The main thing you gotta do is go ahead and get the carpet dislodged from the tack strip. So I just find an edge right here. There was a transition from the carpet over onto the laminate. So I can just go ahead, pull up right here. Boom, we got this off. Now I can kind of pull on that around the edges. The carpet's gonna dislodge itself. And then to make it easier for transportation, I like to get it pulled all the way down to the end. Whoop, there we go. And then roll it up and just roll out the whole entire room. Pick it up, go throw it in the dumpster. Another little thing that I like to do is that if I have a huge area, what I'll do is go ahead and use a utility knife or a carpet cutting knife and just cut up into little sections. It makes it a lot easier. I wanna be right where you are. I promise you the sky and the stars. I try and I try and I try, but you just won't abide. I'm knocking at your door, baby, heart in hand. Waiting in rain when I snow, baby, heart in hand. We've got the carpets all pulled up from all of the rooms. So now we are on to pulling up the carpet pad. This stuff is super easy to get up and relatively light. It's just stapled down to the ground. So you can just work around the edges, pull it, roll it up. Makes it super easy to get rid of. Then we can go through and evaluate the conditions of the floor to make sure that we don't have too much deflection for the new flooring that's gonna be going in here. Oh, baby, heart in hand. Heart in hand. But baby, heart in hand. The plan with this place is to go ahead and remove this wall in between here to make everything nice and open. So with that, we're gonna be losing this doorway, and we're just gonna go ahead and eliminate the closet and push it all the way back up against that wall right there. So let's get to it. I've officially got cleared out what I can for right now. I would love to remove this part of the wall as well as this header right here. But the issue is that this floor joist right here is laying on a part that is fully supported by that. So I cannot remove the rest of this until we get finished with the engineer for putting in the glue lamp across here to go ahead and carry the rest of that weight. So for right now, we are done with that. We need to go over here into the kitchen. We are going to be adding in lower cabinets as well as some uppers. There's going to be a sink here, but we need to go ahead and update this wall to code for electrical. The code for here is that every 6 foot you need an outlet. So we're gonna go ahead and open up this wall so that when the electricians come next week, they can just go ahead and pop in a few outlets for us. For tearing out this part of drywall, I just went ahead and measured up 48 inches, so 4 foot. That'll make it super easy. Just go ahead, rip along there. That way we can just go ahead and replace that afterwards. We don't have to take down the whole entire wall. So I measured that, drew a line, and we'll just go ahead and use our oscillating tool to cut a nice straight line all the way over there and pop off the drywall. Super easy to do. All right, we've officially got the last bit of drywall cut open that we need open. So everything is now all ready for the electricians and the plumbers to come through and do their part. What we'll go ahead and do next is pull the screws and nails throughout the whole entire place, as well as pull up the staples for where the carpet pad was at. But that's all kind of boring stuff, so I'm not gonna make you watch that. We've had a solid week of demo here, so with that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you wanna follow along with this project or any of the other ones that we have going on, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.